episode of Banter Blitz, the show where the great Grandmaster, no, it's just Grandmaster, the Grandmaster Jan Gustafsson plays Blitz games against Chess24 premium users while we debate all things chess world. And hopefully I'll win the games or I'll be very sad. If you want to partake, you can challenge me to a game. My username is Tupac Shahur. In the Chess24 chat you can see a link to track me down. Or you can also go to the new Chess24 Play Zone, click on Invite to Play and enter Tupac Shahur. You spell it as it's spoken and challenge me. That's the plan for today. If you're not a Chess24 premium user yet, you can become one and you get 40% off using my voucher code Yanistan at checkout. That gives you access to all the video series, the opening clinics, everything. There is. Yup is here. Can you guys see me? I'm never sure if the stream is running or not, or if I'm just idly talking to myself, which, let's face it, would be wrong. I'll wait to see if there is anybody out there. You see me. Excellent. Then let us begin the action. We have a lot to talk about today. The candidates start on Friday. That's going to be exciting. There's the Peter Heine candidates, where Peter Heine is a candidate for FIDE deputy president. Very exciting. I think that's it. There's the NBA finals, but I know you guys don't want to hear about basketball. We're here to enjoy the beautiful game of chess. And that is exactly what we shall do in our little chess club here. Let's go. Ikatre by Chessbees Austria. Let us do the Caro-Kann. Chessbees takes and brings the knight out. I shall do exactly the same. Shanghai Style lives in Boston, doesn't mind NBA talk. I'm worried, Shanghai Style. Will this be it? I'll pin the bishop. Like Kevon Looney sets a pin down screen. Bishop g5. I guess knight e4 looks fine. Nothing wrong with e6 or any sort of normal move, but knight e4 looks decent enough to hit this bishop. Now, however, I cannot go pawn to e6 as much as I'd like to. So, do we go all aggressive with g5? Bishop g3, h5? Feels too aggressive for me. Now, I'll bring the queen out. See what happens. Chess saying Boston will lose though. It does look like it, does it not? Queen c2. Chess beast. Okay, let me take that. Not sure what I'm doing here, to be perfectly honest, but I'm trying to make the position a little messier. How bad can it be now that he has these doubled pawns? Bring the rook here. Go e6, bishop e7. Can't be too bad, can it? Knight takes d4. That he stops. But I could still go knight to b4 to get a hold of that bishop. I'm assuming queen e2 or somewhere. I'll take the bishop. Queen takes. Queen d2, but I guess it's the same thing. Knight a2 looks a bit much. So I should take pre-move. Now, yeah, it's time to bring some pieces out. Here we go. Long castles, very aggressive. Okay, I'm gonna have to checkmate you, chess piece Austria. I wasn't intending to, but with the king right here, I'll have to go for it. King b1 is still there. This attack does look somewhat dangerous. Queen to e2. I guess I still go a4. Running out of time here. I'm thinking about knight a3 followed by rook takes c3. I don't see a win yet after b takes a. So I'll just annoy this way. Knight to d3. Looks more or less forced. b3 looks more or less wrong. Now take here, and hopefully break through. Yeah, b3 wasn't it. Stafakakas is saying the game Curry fails to step up. Celtics turn over the ball 18 times. So yeah, that was rough to watch if you're rooting for the Boston Celtics. Although I would argue that Curry, okay, missed his threes, but he had what, 7 for 13 out of 2-pointers, 8 assists, 1 turnover. And he does create space for everybody else. So I wouldn't say he didn't show up. But of course, yeah, you would have hoped that Boston manages to win that one. But every time Jason Tatum drives into the paint, feels like it's not going to go well. So, I don't know. I should probably try to win this game within the 21 seconds I have left before we debate why Kevin Looney is not on the floor more. He's starting a counterattack here on the last meters. I guess I should counterattack. Chess-Piece Austria resigns. Thank you for the game. Or like it's saying, which chat is he watching? All the chats. Why do you think of Laurent's performance in top 12? I wasn't. How's his performance? He sounds happy. I haven't checked much. If he sounds happy, probably means he has enough free time, no? Aryan is saying, hey Jan, how are you doing? Any movie requests? I haven't seen a lot of movies. Speaking of basketball, I've seen that movie Hustle, which was enjoyable. Like your typical sports movie, you more or less know where the story is going to go and how it's going to play out, but it was still inspiring. Adam Sandler was nice. It was fine. Fine sounds a bit condescending. It was good. Other than that, I'm still team RRR. I got mentioned. Oops, this is the wrong screen. Although it also looks fine. I got mentioned in a tweet by RRR, the movie. I was very happy. Still a big fan. But other than that, what have I watched? Coda? No, I haven't. Nothing new that I could tell you guys about. Coda is a horrible, horrible tearjerker. I cried a lot. But yeah, I need recommendations from you guys. I'm very much out of the movie business. People keep telling me this. I don't even know the title. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once or something is excellent. Haven't seen that. I haven't seen Top Gun yet. Somehow, I don't know. They say it's good, so I should go watch it. But somehow planes, Tom Cruise, like it's... I've never seen the original even. But I guess I'll have to join the conversation one day. So I'll have to catch up on it. Yeah. My recent joke on Twitter is a very great example of a dad joke. I don't like this dad joke. It always sounds very condescending. What does it mean? It means I'm younger than you and I have much edgier humor. Well, your jokes are cheesy. Fair enough. I don't see a lot of examples of you guys' edgy humor out there. But show me. I don't know. Dad jokes triggers me. Even though I am a dad and I'm hilarious. This line, this E4, B5, it's somewhat shady. But it leads to interesting, weird positions. Where more often than not the game finds a winner. And as long as that winner is me, I'm happy with it. Objectively, it's a little dodgy, but not insanely dodgy. I'm not sure if Bishop B7 was the right way. Maybe I should have thrown in Queen D7 somewhere, but I would guess it's still okay. Dr. Boki, he's a FIDE master, so I better pay some attention. He probably knows his stuff. Queen C1. What am I supposed to do? I could just castle. I could go knight B4 maybe. Or I could play another move. Those are the options I can think of. Is knight B4 any good? Looks slightly random. I'm trying to figure out if he could take here or not. I don't want to go A6 if I don't have to. Maybe Bishop B7 was not the way to go. Maybe I should have played Queen D7 earlier. Okay, how bad can it be? Could be quite bad. Knight A5 I really don't want to play. I'll go here. I will be doing on the commentary for the candidates in English, right here on Chess24 with the legend, Judith Polgar. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm also very much looking forward to it. Curious how it's going to go with Judith. She's very sharp, very interested in the chess moves. So I'm not sure if my usual trying to do dumb jokes while ignoring the chess action will fly. My best guess is no. So I'll have to focus. It's going to be rough, but I am looking forward to it. And I'm also, as a chess fan, you guys won't believe that, but as a follower of chess, I think that wording we can agree on. I'm very much looking forward to the candidates. I really don't know how it's going to play out at all. I can't evaluate Ali Reza's chances. I'm very curious how it's going to be. And also, it's, even though super tournaments, I just commentated Norway chess, are always exciting. The candidates, because there's so much at stake. Obviously, the next challenger for the world champion, question mark, or maybe the next world champion himself, are being played out. So it's a different level of excitement than even a super tournament. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope we can do a good show. I'm also looking forward to that, but yeah, I've never worked with Judith, or we've done, I think, yeah, like maybe half an hour somewhere of commentary. So I'm curious how it's going to play out, but I hope it's going to be fun. Takes. I was hoping, speaking of hope, that I could take here. Haven't thought about it very much because I was talking about other stuff. But I do have this idea, king g2, queen c6 check. It looks promising, I would say. Bishop e6, queen takes. Now the king is at least somewhat alone in the danger zone. So it feels a bit scary. You're not scared, Dr. Boki? You should be a little scared. My rook is coming. King f1. Let's bring the rook. Still have to finish it up. Queen b1, queen e4 looks like a defensive idea. Maybe I can try to stop queen e4 by rook g4 and then go here and there. Don't see a mate just yet. I will try to get there. Competitive Muff Diver is saying, who will give the team of seconds a harder time to prepare for? The truth is, I don't think it matters that much beforehand, because usually you don't prepare so much for the individual opponent, but rather for the opening that you think are likely, and usually those are similar, no matter who wins. Like if you want to play e4, you probably look at the Berlin, the Petrov, the Marshall, the Najdorf, the Sveshnikov. If you want to play d4, you probably look at knight f6, e6, the Grunfeld, maybe the Slav. So it's not that different from player to player opening wise. But of course, it can get very tough if, especially with white, you feel you're empty-handed during the match, which is something we, and hopefully the other team as well, must have felt plenty. And then, yeah, trying to create something. That's usually the trickier part, not so much preparing for a specific opponent, because openings tend to be reasonably similar. A lot of questions about Peter. Now that Peter has become a famous politician, people are very concerned that he's all right. Any idea why Peter left Vichy? He went to work for Magnus. Do you feel Peter is a world champion maker? Absolutely. He's what? 8-0, 7-0 in world championship matches? He's crushing it. I crushed Dr. Boki. Yay me. Doc Roger is saying, how did you like commentating with Jovanka? It was said in the chat you had the chemistry of a class clown meeting the good girl. I don't know, I got a lot of good feedback. Some hatred as well, as usual. I like Jovanka. I think we got along fine, more or less, and I would disagree with, I don't know, which one is the insult, the class clown or the good girl, or both. But I thought in general, we have like similar references and what do you want to call it? Sensitivity. So I thought it went okay, but of course it's always very hard to please everyone. It's always a bit hurtful, I think, for every chess commentator, that depending on who your favorite is, and it's fine, everyone prefers different people, but any tournament that you do, it's always the first thing that people say. Where's Leko? Where's Svidler? Where's Polgar? Where's David Howell? Where's Tanya? And we can't really influence who's there. So you just try to make the best of it. And it's always tough if people blame you for not being someone else. But yeah, what can you do? No, I had a good time with Jovanka. I think the show went all right. Of course, it has ups and downs and daily form. What I'm always awkward with, and I still haven't really figured it out, First of all, I'm obviously a little awkward with eye contact in general. I can look at the camera. But when you're sitting next to each other, especially after the pandemic, I usually just look at the screens in front of me. And many people accuse me, and maybe rightly so. I've never figured it out, but I've obviously done quite a bit of commentary. It's always been a topic I don't really know how to handle. Is if you try to look your co-host or whoever it is in the eyes while you're talking to them, or not. And I've never really figured it out, and I guess I never will. I guess my natural awkward instinct is just to not do it, but it's never meant against Jovanka or against Svidler or against Stefan Tietze or whoever. It's just me being awkward. But yeah, maybe one day I'll have to figure out how to do it better. Other than that, I thought it went fine. That's just the one thing that I'm always aware of, where I never know where to look. I do know where to look for more challenges. Do it here. On the stoop. Coffee is very empty. Not sure I'll be able to change that. But I need a mug to hold on to. On the stoop. Let's play the good old Marshall. Or maybe mix it. I think I might have played enough Marshalls for today. Freddy Patzer enjoyed my chessable E4, E5 course. I'm glad. Had a nice couple over the board wins with the Italian 2 knights lines. Yeah, those people seem to have been doing well with, including myself, the knight G5 stuff. I'm always happy to see that. I also won a nice game in Bundesliga using my lines. But yeah, apparently people never go for the Marshall, but they do go quite a bit for the Bishop C4 Knight F6 stuff. So glad it helped. Bas Thompson saying rated or unrated. I don't care. You have to be a Chess24 premium user. Then challenge me, rated or unrated. Very much up to you. Here we're playing the Arkhangelsk, which is an opening I play on and off. I don't do it as often as Bishop E7, the Marshall. But every now and then, you want to mix it a little bit. And the Arkhangelsk, I always thought, was a decent line. This is a bit dry, but knight takes e5 takes is supposed to be fine for black. If white grabs that pawn on f7, I'll go king e7. And after check, I also go king e7. It's not supposed to be anything, as far as I know. Now, I have to make up my mind, I guess. I could just go h6, see where that bishop goes. Bishop takes, king takes. I don't see any particular danger. Now at least we have the two bishops. It's not like black's better or anything, obviously. That's something to work with later. I want to bring the king back to cover this square. Then bring my bishop out. Probably to b7. Can I do better? I could just go bishop b7. To start with, rook d7 looks a bit scary. But I don't think it's that scary. I'll cover the pawn. And then chase the rook away. f3 is normal, but now maybe I don't have to go. Playing a bit slowly again should somewhat speed up. Now I don't have to go king back to e7, I thought. Not much happening, but even if all the rooks get exchanged with the two bishops, there's a bit of hope in this endgame, at least. That is what I hope. Hit this. King e2 should be played. And now, what do I do? Not sure. Maybe b4 to keep this bishop somewhat shut out. I don't know. The knight can come to e3. It's still nothing special whatsoever. But as I said, some hope we do have. I want to go g6, f5. Create a bit of tension. And of course it was useful that knight e3 was no longer possible. This is a bit unpleasant for white. Grab some space here. The king side is not completely untouchable. So we'll see. But pleasant it is not. No, I guess I can just take here. This should be winning. G3. Just try to grab that pawn. King e3, bishop c2, and white has too many weaknesses. Not a lot of drama here. The g-pawn will march. And on the stoop resigns. Thanks for the game. I was in Stavanger physically for 2 weeks. It was nice to be at a chess tournament. Weird feeling. Very classy. Martin 83. Who shall we play next? What about Jars? Jars? Pekko H played the Open tournament. How'd it go? Is it Jars? Jares? Yaris? Let's play the London system. C5 is a move. Just go. We'll go. Yeah, let me go c3. I feel like we haven't been bored enough by the London system. In these millions of black games I played it during Banter Blitz. We have to do it with white as well. That is the only way. Knight e2 is important. Don't go knight f3 here. Then queen b6. Queen b3, c4. And black is already doing well. Or knight f3, knight h5 is also a good move. So we want to start with knight d2. Stopping knight h5. And after queen b6, now after queen b3. There's c4 and queen c2. It makes a difference if my knight is here. Or the other knight here. Bishop g4. Not a move I'm very familiar with. I guess I'll go here and see what happens. Hypex Zora saying, how can I play with Jan? Go on the new Chess24 play zone and challenge me. My username is Tupac Shahur. In the Chess24 chat you also find a link. But you can also just go to play challenge user. Type in my username. But you have to be a Chess24 premium member. If you're not a member yet, go premium. Voucher code Jan Gustafsson, save 40%. Challenge me. And then we'll play a very dry London. I know. That's a pitch. That's hard to resist. Queen c8. What am I supposed to do? Knight f3 sort of transposes to mainstream theory. Not sure if there's anything better, to be honest. Donchenko keeps crushing it. 7 out of 7. He's up 32, 33 rating points in one tournament, which I'm not sure if it's unheard of, but it's not heard of often if you're a 2600 player to win. Yeah, what is it? 32 rating points in 7 games. It's pretty crazy. Congrats to Donchenko. Really amazing stuff. My opponent's playing well, by the way. I should not be fooled by the 1500 rating. Well, my lack of experience in the London somewhat showing. This is just Jair's first game, but he knows exactly what he's doing. Well, as I said, I do not. Donchenko beat our boy Jordan. Yeah. Playing excellently. I feel like I'm slightly worse. It's not ideal. I'd rather be slightly better. I know, it's weird. Gonna have to defend. Bishop d1, bishop c2. Hope nothing too bad happens along the way. Speaking of our boy, how is Trent doing these days? That's what Doc Rogers asks. Is he Grandmaster yet? I haven't heard, and I'm not sure. I don't think he would be bragging about it, but I guess I would have heard if he became a chess Grandmaster. So my best guess is no, but sure, I am not. Other than that, I don't know. LF1 is saying, I was super sad to find no Chicken Chess Club podcast episode today. Yeah, apologies. The problem is Peter Heine's luggage got lost on his trip to Charlotte. And we tried to record on Monday, but the audio quality really disagreed with us recording. So we changed the recording to tonight. And hopefully it's going to work then. Peter Heine, in the meantime, has gotten hold of a microphone, or so I've been told. But yeah, apologies for the delay. We did do 2 episodes last week, though. So I hope that compensated a little bit. But it wasn't the plan. Not sure when it's coming out. Thursday or Friday would be my best guess. I'm being outplayed here by Jares, who's playing way too well for me. But I'll win on time, so it's not all bad. Oh no, it's 3+2. We have this every time. I should no longer be surprised by 3+2 being a normal time control. But I still always am. Maybe at 96. And by maybe, I mean, I missed it. So in Grandmaster lingo, if you miss a move, you say, maybe I could have gone there. Now, you start playing worse. Thanks for the game. I don't think I ever played the H3 King's Indian, because I struggle to pronounce H3. I want to stick to lines that I can pronounce. So the bishop e2 King's Indian. The bayonet, I'm fluent in. Thanks for the game, Jairus. Half-witted Diplodocus is saying, Jan, is it true you're a hamburger? Is that humor? I was born in the city of Hamburg. Mr. Dodgy, I knew someone was going to come in about Bayonet. But, frankly, if you want a Bayonet, go play badminton. Don't bother us in chess. Come on. Solid dad joke right there. What else here? We have 500 challenges by Jers. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. But we also have Schachhund. Schachhund 21. Schachhund, for those of you who are not German speakers, can be loosely translated to chess dog. Well, the 21, I would guess it's also 21. Win-loss saying, who's the chicken of the week so far? I don't know. I don't like that category, because to me it's obviously a compliment. While the guys, they use it so hatefully. Especially Laurent. I never know what to do in this line either. It's one of those that I should one day study. I always think white should be better because he has bishops, but I never know where to put the pieces. It seems impossible to figure out, unless you would take 2 minutes and look at what strong players did here and what the computer recommends today to do. So it does seem impossible. Evans Armitage is saying, which German city can I visit this July that is touristy but won't have a million tourists? That's rough, you know. Germany is a hotspot for tourists in summer from all over the world. They commute to the German beaches, the famous German hospitality, the nightlife. So it will be rough to find a city that is not overrun. But let me think. What do you like? Big cities? Smaller cities? I like most of the 100,000 inhabitant cities in Bavaria or Baden-Württemberg. Don't ask me what Baden-Württemberg is in English. Probably something complicated. So, like Freiburg, Heidelberg, Baden-Baden, Bayreuth, Bamberg, Konstanz. That's my type of cities. EDChess is saying, I was at Cologne a few years ago and it wasn't terrible. If you like Cologne, you like any other place much better. So that's an excellent way to start. If you will go to Cologne and you thought that was okay, then go anywhere else and you'll be thrilled. Greetings to Cologne. The people in Cologne, the best people. 95. What should I do? I don't know. 94? Probably takes, but... The best German city isn't even German. And why do you call it a German city? Because it's Vienna? That's Austrian. I'm more Team Graz. I enjoy Graz. I don't know if that's the English name. Probably. What do we call Graz? Grace? F5? Relax a little. It's allowed to not counterattack every time I attack one of your pieces, but to move them away. Schachhund. Why are you so mad? Alright, how does this go? Takes here, let's say. Knight c5, bishop c4. There's also bishop h4. Not so clear. I'll go here, but it feels like feels somewhat wrong. Pim Verkerk is saying, don't worry about Germans being in Germany during the summer. Seems like they're all in the Netherlands to me. Yeah, that is possible, because we know that the Dutch in summer, they're not there. They're using their RVs to travel to the south of France. So, the Germans, they think, oh, like a light supply. They have coffee shops. That's how it goes. Pekko H is saying, tons of Germans come up to Norway too. Seem to be everywhere. I was in Norway just now for 2 weeks. Greetings to Graz. Mr. Klink is saying, I just want to tell you you're my favorite chess commentator. Thank you so much. Night before? Go away. Idiot Chess is saying, why are German people angry all the time? I don't know. I think it's 80 million people? My hunch is that it's quite a big place where not everybody has exactly the same character. So I would guess that's, first of all, wrong, and secondly, it's not even the typical stereotype people use, no? Like organized, disciplined, somewhat boring, lack of sense of humor. Those are the more common ones. But angry? I don't know. I don't think that's generally associated with Germans. But we all make different experiences. So who am I to judge your read? German sounds angry as a cliche. Maybe the language a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say if it's your native tongue. Like in my case, to me, to fight cliches with cliches, like Greek or Russian, where I don't understand so much, often sounds angry as well. But I would think it's probably not the language itself. Not going to defend the beautiful German language. What other things do you have to complain about, chat? Why so few food places inside German airports after security? That is a legit complaint. I don't know. Also the prices. Before security it's fine. But then, do you really want to pay €8 for a sandwich with like one slice of cheese on it? That one, I'm with you. Freaking Germans. Maybe I should take a small time out to avoid being checkmated here. Looks like Schachhund is relentless though. He still wants to checkmate me. Schachhund. Take a deep breath. Give up on all your dreams. Stop trying to checkmate me. He is relentless. Looks like I survived the Schachhund attack. Barely. You can challenge 3+2 if you really want to. If you don't respect the fine art of flagging, challenge 3+2. There's nothing I can do about it. Let's play Banter. Here we are. Enough London system. I can't keep doing it. Banter. Hypex asking if I still compete in tournaments. Yeah, I've been relentlessly preparing for the Thailand Open 2022. October 20 till... No, October 22 till 30th, I think. That's the tournament I play every year. Other than that, I play Bundesliga, German Cup. And if something comes along. But something never comes along. So I mainly coach or talk about chess nowadays. I'm going to the Olympiad as German team captain. I'm very much looking forward to that. I've been having, well, if you want to be generous, you could call it training sessions. You could also say hanging out on Zoom calls with the German team these days, doing a bit of training for the event. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. I do like chess Olympiads in general. It's such a great chess festival, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I hope we'll have a good time and do well. Evans Armitage is saying, why do people go to Stuttgart? I don't know. Why do people go anywhere? Jessica, the hot girl, is saying, hi Jan, I was going to go to Germany in a few months, but I lost all my disposable income in the stock market and due to inflation. So now I'm not. I hear you. I like, other than the going to Germany part. Sorry to hear, Jessica. I took this bishop. Franz Schubert is saying, as someone from Graz, I feel obligated to tell you that it's pronounced Graz, with a very long A and a very soft Z. You pronounce it more like Graz. I really don't think I did. I've been to Graz a million times. Shout out to Nova Park Graz. I wonder if they still have a Komodo dragon in the lobby. It's very scary. Let me play another chess game. Good old Monkey King. Trying to get the pieces out and occupy the center. I never know, everything looks like familiar from random Blitz games I played before. I can't tell. Did we play this against Monkey King already? Is this what you do, Monkey King? Looks like black is better. I do have the center. How bad can it be? Quinn is asking, are you coaching in India or remotely? No, I'm very much going there. Very much looking forward to it. I did tell the German Federation that probably the best solution would be if I coached the team that's playing in India from Thailand. But somehow they didn't bite. Knight a4, what's this position? Who cares? I'll just keep making moves. Double reverse saying, who has the biggest team in the candidates? I don't have a clue. Usually, people do not announce who they're working with, at the very least before an event. Is Peter S. already in Thailand? What would he be doing there? That'd be shocking if he went to Thailand and didn't tell me. Knight h2. Try to do queen e5, g3. Does that achieve anything? Just put the rook here first. It's a question if I'm German or Swedish. I'm German. Just a Swedish family name. Alright, how to make progress here. I don't want to have to think about bishop c4, so I'll get out the way. Queen e5 or queen g6? There we go. One day, hopefully, my attack will start. Although I have to admit, it's a bit of a slow burner so far. It's like that show Bloodline. That's a weird reference of a show that no one's seen. Still not checkmate, huh? I would like to checkmate now. Can I go knight f3, gf queen h5? I guess king g2. Then can I make progress? Can make some random move. The usual approach. If in doubt, make some random move. Scottish Blockhead is saying, Jan, if you were a betting man, who would you bet on to win candidates? I think the odds are rightly more or less similar between Ding, Fabi, and Alireza. We did pick our winners in the Chicken Chess Club candidates preview episode, where, off the top of my head, I said Ding, although I was arguing earlier in the episode that there's zero track record of Ding being superior to Fabi. So, I still believe in both of these statements. But yeah, I do not think there's a clear-cut favorite. I also would not be overly surprised if, let's say, Nepomniachtchi won. It's going to be exciting to see. Really don't have a clue. Shouldn't have played queen d5. That much I do know. And I shouldn't have played queen f7. Should at least have played queen a2 to keep the pin. Because now I'm not even better anymore. Which is pretty sad. Thinking. What's he thinking about? Or maybe rook takes and then rook d8. But seems a little too subtle. Yeah, my attack didn't really yield any rewards. But Monkey King, maybe now he let his guard down. Now that he has a good position, he forgets that rooks are people too. Which, yeah, it's a bit of a turnaround. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think would be the most fun match? Is it, assuming Magnus plays, which of course we don't know, is it Magnus Ali Reza or Magnus Nakamura? Or another one? I think the first two would be excellent. But of course, Ding good at chess would also be a fun match. Fans want to see Nakamura. What happened to Ali Reza? Did the Ali Reza of Everything campaign die down because he didn't play much for half a year? You guys think it's too early for Ali Reza? Nakamura going 13 out of 13 in the candidates. That's 14 games. Non Quixote is saying, "Hi, I don't play chess much anymore. I'm old and my abilities are deteriorating." I hear you, but I want to let you know that your and Peter's commentary is why I've been a pre-member almost since the beginning and plan to continue that. Much appreciated, Non Quixote. Thank you so much. And yeah, glad to hear. Not sure what Peter's up to. I should text him actually, if he does candidates commentary. Somewhere else, if he's still in the States, I really have no clue where he's at. I'll text him, I hope, because I'm doing commentary for the candidates with Judith Polgar, but I hope we can have some guests stopping by. I don't know what Magnus is up to either. I do know that he will be at home watching the candidates, so maybe we can get him to stop by. But yeah, I miss the old days, hanging out with Peace Svidi in some studio, normally just the two of us. And yeah, me being my usual condescending, passive-aggressive self, and Peter being very worried. Are we okay? We haven't been talking much. It's always been a weird dynamic, but it worked for us. So yeah, hopefully, in the distant future, we can revisit that. What's this position? Semicella. Cover the pawn. Bishop g5. Am I willing to sacrifice? I think I'm willing to sacrifice. Or hang on. Too late. I didn't take back the pre-move. I wasn't sure. GF is legal too. Well, now, I'm not so sure I've done this so well. d4 could be there. I was hoping for bishop d5, knight f4. I don't even know if that's good, but it looked like good compensation. Ivan Vok is saying, that is not saying there aren't other brilliant commentators. Nah. But Jan and Peter's coverage of Carlsen Kayakin reignited my interest in chess. Glad to hear. It's been a while ago, no? That was a weird match because I was working for Magnus. And I was there during the training camps and then sometime before the match and the first half of the match. And then I went to do commentary on the second half with Peter, and obviously I could not reveal what I knew in the opening. So it was a bit of a weird feeling. And yeah, I did enjoy it though, that much I do recall. Not enjoying my position here so much. I very randomly sacrificed a piece. I have my doubts if I have enough compensation. But I have some pawns that look menacing. And some potential knight forks. Now I do like my position. That escalated quickly, Samicella. FX Streamer is saying Alireza will get done not only in Spain, but will decrown Magnus. We'll see. Thanks for the game, Monsieur Samicella. Let's play Oops Kitty in our little chess club. Porcupickle is saying, if Jan weren't so lazy, he would also be a good candidate. Yep, I'm the laziest man in chess. Where's this position? Hikaru will win candidates but lose to Magnus. We'll see. I really don't have any strong opinions other than the obvious. Yeah. Fabi, Ding, and Alireza should be the favorites. They're also the highest rated. But yeah, I have no clue how it's gonna go. And I don't think anybody has. Like, it's all just random guessing. And pundits. Which rise the question. Pundits, what do they know? Do they know chess? Let's find out. Their predictions usually aren't much better. Because, yeah, you can... Maybe grandmasters or whoever are better at predicting how a game will end once it started. Once you have the position. But beforehand, everybody just has the rating list and their favorites. So it's anybody's guess. I picked Ding. But... as I said, as curious as we all are. I do think that the candidates is a serious grind also. 14 games with stakes so high, with all the prep that goes into it. I do think that physical fitness and also mental toughness, whatever you want to call it, plays a bigger factor than in other super tournaments. But I'm not sure who that favors. Like, historically, we've seen Nepomniachtchi sometimes falling ill or collapsing during longer events. I'm not sure how much experience Ding has with these super long events, but he did just play 28 games in 28 days or whatever, just to qualify for the event. So I would guess he's fairly resilient. But still, the candidates... will be a different level of stress. Last time it didn't go well for Ding at all. We'll find out. Can I go knight b5? I'd like to. I'm not sure if knight takes e5 isn't a bit of an issue. I would really like to. Not going to be able to do it. That's a great pity. Has Alireza really proven himself to win candidates? No, but if he does win candidates, then he will have. Like, I don't know what that means. He's 18. He's pretty historically great for an 18-year-old. I don't think there's a lot more proving yourself you can do at that age, no? He did do pretty well in the Grand Swiss and Norway chess. And not a lot of 18-year-olds that have reached 2800 at that age. I would guess, I don't know. I wouldn't even say Ding and Fabi are bigger favorites than Alireza. I think Alireza is more unpredictable, and his last tournament didn't go so well. But Peter Heine would chime in here and mention that Fabi Zweig, before he won the candidates, also didn't go so well. Not sure how much we should read into that. I'm just very curious. Historically, usually people needed a bit of a runway to win the candidates, like they usually didn't win on their first attempt. But the greatest of the great, Carlsen and Kasparov, they did win at their first attempt. And Alireza's rating at that age, track record, is very much on par. However, they didn't win at age 18, I believe. But yeah, Magnus, when did he win? 22, 23? And Kasparov, he was young, but maybe 20? Still, I have no clue also. Doesn't mean anything. Everybody's different. Everybody's era is different, and so on. I'm just very curious how it's going to go. Thanks for the game, Oops Kitty. Mr. Dodge just saying that Nepomniachtchi did win it at the first attempt. That's correct. You could argue special circumstances, but yeah, that is true. What did I do now? Ah, here we are. Mr. Sousa. Bishop c4. You're not supposed to do that after knight f6, are you? Okay, Mr. Sousa wants to play the Stafford Gambit with an extra tempo. What's not to like? But knight c6 is a fairly decent reply. Wow, Mr. Dodgy on fire with some wordplay in the chat. The chat report on rapport. Mr. Dodgy, I think you and the chat have great rapport today. Chocolate Cheeto saying, this GM has a face of sarcasm, and I like it. Can't stand sarcasm. I think it's the lowest form of wit. I hope that for the candidates, I'll be able to tone down all that world weariness and just be my usual positive, chess-loving self, analyzing the moves that the players could do with the chess legend Judith Polgar, and that I won't make it about myself and my self-loathing or my constant need for validation or to be, quotation marks here, funny. I can't promise, but I will try my very best. Mr. Dodgy is saying, what round will you explain? I don't even know how to pronounce it in English. Kekui? Kek-W? To Judith? Judith knows. Judith is a social media pro. I'm not sure if that's social media or Twitch media. Judith can teach me, if anything. Can I take here? This king looks so central, no? Come a little bit closer, baby. Pizzares is saying, can we ban all attempts at jokes from Dodgy? Viewer count would skyrocket. I am fairly certain, and I've been reading the chat for a long time now, all these years, that Mr. Dodgy has never made a joke or attempted one. So I'm not sure what you're accusing him of here. Is there a way to checkmate? Nah. There's a way to check, though. Scottish Blockhead is asking what happens if Magnus doesn't play the World Championship match. I think the current rules are that then the number one finisher of the candidates plays the number two finisher in the candidates. I don't know. Magnus hasn't made his plans clear yet. So it would be sort of a cool gambit by Ali Reza, let's say. If he's saying, yeah, Magnus will play me, but he won't play Nepomniachtchi again. So I'll try to finish second if Nepomniachtchi finishes first. But I wouldn't expect the players to think that way. I also wouldn't expect that thinking to be particularly helpful. But it is a weird situation. Mr. Dodgy is saying the current rule is that MVL becomes world champion. Sounds like a lie. Where did you read that? ABX. Did I play ABX earlier? My mind is, as usual, all over the place. I don't think I did. Scottish Blockhead is saying, has MVL ever played in candidates? He was in the lead after 7 rounds in the last candidates. Pizza Racer is saying Dodgy has been bantering. That's a big word. With Anish. He has been corrupted by Giri ideas. I know, he's gotten a taste of how the rich and the famous hang out on Twitter. And ever since, he's not the same anymore. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he will come back to us mortals, hang out with us in the chat, or if he has to think about the next zinger he can throw Fides or Giri's way. Do you guys know that Fide is currently very worried that if they lose the elections, their name will be changed to Fide Heine Nielsen? Freeze is saying, but Anish is neither rich nor famous. You don't think so? I think Anish is doing well for himself, and it depends on your definition of famous, but here's what, 250,000, probably. I'll get an angry text saying he has 270,000. What, 250,000 Twitter followers? To me, he's famous. Pizza Racer saying, that was actually a borderline funny joke. Well done, Jan. You evaluating our jokes, Pizza Racer, means a lot to me. Because without your judgment, how would we know if it was good, bad, ugly? One needs an expert. And usually, I prefer if joke rating experts if they could also first clarify that the rules of comedy are always important, and that they are an expert because they really enjoy witty comedy. I don't know why I'm shooting at Pizza Racer, who's been nothing but kind to me and who's done nothing but rightly trashing Mr. Dodgy. I didn't play that right. Moves is saying, how can prices go up in chess? Realistic suggestions. Inflation. I would think what FIDE needs is a transparent bidding process that will attract all the money. That's how it's always been in history of anything. As long as money can be tracked very clearly and it all go through the proper bureaucratic channels, that money just keeps pouring in. Ask Peter Heine. More crypto sponsorships. We don't have a lot of crypto sponsorships in chess, do we? Kenny's chess tournament brought to you by Terra Luna. We can't do that. Chess. If we put our business minds together, we can make chess great again. Bit worried about losing my queen here after knight d3. Obviously not worried enough to have done anything about it. Okay, I'm a piece down. It's the bad news. The good news is I have some attackers around the black king. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. Try to bring some more attackers just in case. We need them. How do I checkmate here? Looks possible, but is it possible for me? To me, that's amazing. Not sure it is, frankly. But it looks like checkmate, no? I don't see it. It's a pity. Must have been checkmate. First rook g3, yeah, king h7 chat. I did calculate that much. Should have taken h6 earlier. Chat, what would I do without your advice? I do not know. You could be right, as usual. Should speed up a little bit. I can't take that. Oh, I missed queen h4. Was that legal? I guess so. Okay. Then the tables have turned. Oh, didn't expect that one either. Okay, what to do? That was close. But I won. Yay. Even Wook is saying, gotta leave in 10. My wife says I promised her a walk tonight. Alright, we'll be finished by then, even Wook. Don't leave now. You'd missed the finale grande. All the excitement. So why don't you stay another day? Baby, if you got to go away, don't think I could take the pain. Alright. Why don't you stay another day? Dykstra is saying, who are you personally rooting for in candidates? Let me think. Are there any friends of Yanistan in the event? It's usually always a great idea, as the highly objective, unbiased, timely, fair commentator that I am, to give your personal rooting interest beforehand. But the good thing is, I'm so full of myself and so down on the world that I usually just root against people. Now I'm mentally going through the field. It's hard to root against Ding. Also hard to root against Fabi. Ali Reza? We'll find out. We'll find out. Does he make a heel turn? You never know. Nepomniachtchi, I already spent a match rooting against. I'm out of rooting against Nepomniachtchi energy. Richie? Nah, can't root against Richie either. Rajabov? Eh. Nah, we need to root for action from Rajabov. Who else is there? Duda? Does Duda have natural haters? Are there any natural Duda enemies? Duda doubters? Yeah, Rapport I meant by Richie. Not rooting against Rapport either. Nah, I'll be my usual cheerful self and not root for anybody or against anybody. So I'll just be completely uninterested. Party Magia saying all my homies hate Duda. That's surprising to me. What has Duda done to you and your homies? Does he rub you the wrong way? Haters call him the dad. I don't think it's funny that people keep asking Duda, like at the entrances of chess tournaments, hey Duda, where's my car? I don't think it's right. I think it's disrespectful, and I want it to stop. Mr. Dodgy, what's the dynamic in the Twitch chat? Is Pizza Racer trying to take your gig, Justin Unfunny? Is there some tension brewing there? Because I think that you should all get along. Now, of course the joke's not about that. Jesus, chat. It's about, hey dude, where's my car? Whoa. I'm shocked, first of all, that you thought the joke was about nationality. Secondly, more shocked that you guys haven't seen A Dude, Where's My Car? It's a classic slacker comedy. Anyway, let's play one very last, very quick game. Can someone challenge me to a bullet game? 1-0. That's all the time we have. Because you know, Chess24 has a tight schedule. They are saying 2031, there's the next great hit show. Dragon Rider is saying, yeah, will Magnus join sometimes to comment the candidates together with you? I don't know. I don't think anybody's asked him. I'll ask him. I could have played safe and gone with the Big Lebowski joke. You guys are right. Here we are. Final bullet game. Who wins this one? Wins them all. Oh no, your queen. Okay, that was an anticlimactic finish. But I'll take it, like the queen. D4 pawn is saying Magnus should join. Views will skyrocket. Do you think the views would skyrocket more if Magnus joined or if Mr. Dodgy was no longer allowed attempts at humor in the chat? I can't tell which one would be better. It's probably close. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the show. Check out my other fantastic activities, like the Chicken Chess Club podcast, where we did a big candidates preview, rating all the participants in important categories, such as chickenness, openings, all that stuff. Jan's opening clinic will be back now that I'm back from Norway. We'll have a new episode out on Friday. You can still find the article, Ask Me a Question, for the current season. And then, yeah, the big one is the candidates starting on Friday, where we will hopefully find out in just 3 weeks' time who will be the next challenger and also to whom. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Go premium. Use the code Yanistan.